And the timing for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes again, so lights at 5, 7 and 6 and 7 please. So with the speech entitled Flying Air Epsom, please welcome Toastmaster Scott Shanks.
So, good evening everybody, and I'm just going to go through more notes for this little bit, and I'll be alright. And welcome on board this Toastmaster flight to Epsom. So, in the event of a sudden loss of cabin pressure, masks will drop down from the ceiling. Now stop screaming, hold the mask towards you and place it over your face. If you have a small child with you, put your mask on before helping the small child. And if you have more than one child with you, pick your favourite. I'm going to talk about 3 airlines that I've flown on over the past few months. Then I'm going to say what my favourite airline is, and then after that I'm going to say what my favourite airport is. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Aer Lingus, Ireland's low-cost airline. I was working in Ireland in December last year. Me and a colleague, we had to get a flight over there, and it was about 6:30 in the morning when the takeoff was. So I'm on the plane and I thought, I'm going to have some breakfast because I'm more than likely going to miss my lunch. So the lady's coming up with her trolley offering breakfasts, and don't forget it's a low-cost airline, so you have to pay for everything that you get on there. You get toilets soon. So I've had 5 breakfasts and a cup of tea, €7. So I've looked at my breakfast and everything is grey. My sausage is grey, my bacon's grey, my tomato's grey. Everything within this breakfast, I'm thinking, well, looks can be deceiving, I'm sure it's going to be okay. So I asked the stewardess, can I have a knife and fork please? So after a lot of messing about and going up and down, she's come back and she's given me a spoon. I'm sorry, we've run out of knives and forks. So now I've got to eat a €7 grey breakfast with a spoon. And thankfully, it was mushy, so I was able to cut it up. That's my Aer Lingus story. So I'm going to move from Aer Lingus to American Airlines. That's the AA. Also, within the trade, that's known as absolutely awful. So, a couple of months ago, I had a British Airways flight booked to go to Boston. Now, British Airways are a part of One World Alliance, which means that some other carriers operate some of their routes. So I've been put onto an American Airlines plane. So, now I don't know much about planes, but I'm sure this was the oldest plane in their fleet. Or I hope it was the oldest plane in their fleet. As I've got on, a lady across the aisle to me speaking to the stewardess. And the stewardess is saying, what do you mean you need me to tell you that this old plane is safe? How exactly do you think it got to be this old? Now when you've got the logic like that coming it works, doesn't it? It works. So I'm sitting there in my very tight seat, looks in front of me and there's no TV screen in the headrest. So I've got 6.5 hours of looking at the big TV screen that everybody has to watch. If you don't like the film, tough. And there's not many radio stations on that aircraft. I can't get my laptop out because I haven't got enough room. It's much quite big. So that's that, and they do the meals. They give you meals, but if you want to have a beer, give you a little 330ml can. That's $5 to have a beer on there, which is quite steep. Now the thing about the stewards and stewardesses, they're very relaxed. And you see them walking up and down with their mugs of coffee or tea, drinking their coffee and tea as they're going up and down, chatting to passengers. Where are you off to? Where are you going? I thought that was quite nice. So I'm going to move from there to my favourite airline, which I think is British Airways. Now on all of the long-haul British Airways flights, you have your little TV screen in the back so you can watch any of the films that you want. They got loads of films in there. They've also got loads of radio channels, loads of games. Now I know that the stewards and stewardesses can be a bit touchy at times on British Airways, but I think that's just one of the things that you need to accept with them. And I'm sure that they have the best captains. You can listen to their captains and they haven't been excited for about 20 years. They're very calm and in control. I'm your captain. I'm just telling you that I've lost both wings of the aircraft. And I'm going to get you to your destination. I'm going to get you there on schedule. They're very calm. That's why I love British Airways. So I'm going to move there to my favourite terminal. Now my favourite terminal is Terminal 5 at Heathrow. Now I know that this got a lot of stick at the start, but I've used it quite a lot, and I think it's the easiest to get in and out of. Driving, you can park there, it's easy to get out of. So this year I've been going up to Edinburgh quite a bit. I leave Edinburgh probably at about 8:30 in the evening. Get back to Terminal 5 around about 10 o'clock. Now I know when I step off that plane, I will be back home in Leatherhead within about 40 to 45 minutes. So I know where I'm going to park in the airport, prepaid, just come straight out. British Airways is my favourite airline. Terminal 5 is my favourite terminal. So the next time that you think about putting yourself in a pressurised tube, shooting through the air at really fast speeds, I hope you'll go for British Airways. Thank you very much.